Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. I just want to tell people, you know what? Stop feeling sorry for people, man. Sometimes people, right, the things that they do put them in that position on their own device, on their own doing, right? And people are feeling sorry. I'm not telling you that to have emotion, but again, focus on yourself first. Feeling sorry for other people doesn't help you, right? It's only distract you from you getting in a better position in life, right? And not only that, I'm not talking about being cold-hearted. Sometimes you gotta be cold-hearted. Sometimes you gotta be cold-hearted. You know, sometimes you don't want to feel to be cold-hearted, but sometimes you can be cold-hearted because these people, right, it's a tough world out there, and they'll take advantage of you, right? And by making you feel sorry is a way of taking advantage of you, taking your time away from you, right? Sometimes you need to ignore all these stuff. It's a distractions. And I have no time feeling sorry for people, right? Sure, people do this stuff and it's evoke an emotional response, but sometimes you gotta look out for yourself before you look out for others, right? Worry about your castle before you worry about anybody else's, right? So feeling sorry doesn't do nothing. Feeling sorry is just an emotion, right? An emotion that take advantage of you, an emotion that holds you back, right? An emotion that stop you from doing what you want to do. You should feel sorry for nobody. Do people feel sorry for you? Right? If people feel sorry for you, does that help you at all? Right? When people feel sorry for you, right? The people feel sorry for you. People don't care for you. So people, if they don't care for you, they don't feel sorry for you. So why should you care as well? Right? I mean, it's hard to say, it's brass to say this kind of stuff. But this is reality of things. This is the real life we're living in right now. People don't care, right? People don't really care. They worry about their own life, and that's only natural. That's understandable because I don't expect anybody to feel sorry for me, right? And people like to do that. They want people to feel sorry for them because they're perpetual victims, right? When you want to be feel sorry for, you're just telling that you're a victim, and that's not the right mindset to take it. Don't be a victim, right? By trying to make people feel sorry for you, you say you're no good and please help. You need help, you're a victim, right? When you can just put yourself back up and do it again or whatever it is, right? You can do it, right? And not only that, you feel sorry for people. Now you're making them victims. Don't do that. You're encouraging them to be dependent on you, right? Don't feel sorry. The world's not sorry for you. So why are you sorry, right? The world is a cold, dark place that puts you down, and is your decision how many punches you can take and get yourself back up there, right? So I'm tired of all these stuff. You feel sorry for this, feel sorry for that. No, just stop feeling sorry, man. This is an emotion response, right? You need to control your emotion. Feeling sorry all the time is basically saying that you can't control your emotion. You have to control your emotions. Feel stoic. Don't worry about the things on right now. You know, don't worry about this kind of stuff because there's stuff that doesn't affect you. You don't have to feel sorry for it. Only have an emotional response with something that does affect you, right? When you feel sorry, it doesn't help nothing. You're only feeling sorry, and it's gonna put you down. By feeling sorry, it's gonna put you in a depressed state, right? Do you want to be constantly depressed? No, stop feeling sorry. Stop feeling sorry for me. Stop feeling sorry for you, right? Start looking after yourself. Stop putting yourself down. That's what sorry is. Sorry is a negative feelings, right? You don't want to feel sorry for nobody. Sorry is feeling what? Sympathy for people, right? Sympathy does not help anything. Sympathy is not empathy. Empathy is different from sympathy, right? Empathy or empathetic is saying you feel sorry but you want to help, right? That's what empathy is. But sympathy is you just feel sorry for them. That's what it is. It does not say that you want to help them at all. It's just saying you feel sorry that you're in the tough positions. But I don't want to help you. That's why if there's emotion that you want to channel is empathy. You feel sorry but you want to help them, right? In a charity. But yet again, I don't even believe in charity. Charity doesn't help me at all. You know, I mean, it does help, but when it comes to charity, people become dependent on it, right? People become dependent on it and don't know when to stop. Like food stamps. Food stamps and welfare is a charity. That's what it is. It's a taxpayer charity to help the needy, right? But the thing is, when people take this charity for advantage, they don't know when to stop. They become reliant and depend on it, right? That's what it is. When you feel sympathy for people, you make them depend on your emotions, right? Don't make them depend on emotion. When they depend on emotion, they're putting themselves down, right? They're not trying to help themselves back up, right? They're not trying to do better in life, right? So I don't feel sorry for nobody. By you not feeling sorry for people, it makes people feel do better in life, right? And people need to understand that it's a tough world, and people don't have time to feel sorry for anybody else, right? I know it's sad, right? But how do you know when you feel sorry for people, people are not taking you for taking advantage of you? You don't know because you don't know these kind of factors. So I'm just tired of hearing people, I feel sorry. Stop feeling sorry for people. Sometimes people put themselves in their positions, right? Sometimes people know they're wrongdoing and they're doing that. So how can you feel sorry for that? Right? They ask for it. They're the one who commit that act and put themselves in that position. There's no one to blame but themselves. They have to take responsibility. If you feel sorry for people, you're not allowing them to take responsibility for their actions. Right? People need to take responsibility for their actions. This is what's going on right now. And being feel sorry, you can be taken advantage of. A woman can be in a miserable state to get you to feel sorry for her, right? To manipulate you, right? When you feel sorry, you can be manipulated as well. I don't feel sorry, man. It's come to a point where you gotta be cold-hearted. Be cold. Stop being sorry, man. Stop being, just don't care. Because the world don't care about you, man. The men don't care about you. The world don't care about you. The world don't care about men. All right? Let's say that. If they don't care about us, why should we care about that? Right? We only look out for our own interests. When you look at the media right now, yeah, all these bad stuff happened in the world, right? But what happened in the world before media? We don't usually care about this stuff, right? Before of television, newspaper, and all this stuff, we don't know what's happening across the world. We don't know there's an earthquake across the world. We don't know there's a landslide. So we don't know that these stuff don't affect us. It's because of the introduction of media. That's how it affects us. That's how we feel sorry and sympathetic for something that's not related to us. That doesn't have anything that has to do with us, right? So if it has nothing to do with us, why should we feel sorry? In biblical times, right? In biblical times, communication wasn't a thing, right? If communication wasn't a thing, the stuff that happened in the outside world that we don't feel, why should we feel sorry for it? Right? It's not until the advent of communication where information are freely diversified. Then we get all these things that happen in current events. Then it introduces a new element of feelings into man, into people. And that's why people become sorry, sympathetic, and all this stuff. Right? I understand it's human nature. We're engraved to feel sympathy for people. But yet again, this is an emotion that you need to stop doing. Right? Emotion will only hinder you from growing, from progressing, right? In the world of business, right? You cannot have time to feel sorry for people, right? And the most successful people out there, right? The most successful people out there, they don't get where they're at by feeling sorry for people. Most of these rich people, right? There's a reason why they're rich and successful. They have to stab a lot of people in the back to get to where they're at right now. And do they feel sorry about it? No. Look at Steve Jobs. He got so rich, he stabbed so many people in the back. Do he feel sorry for it? No. Mark Zuckerberg, he stole a lot of ideas. Do he feel sorry for it? No. Elon Musk, do he feel sorry? He fired so much people. Do he feel sorry? No. Right? And some bosses, to be a boss, sometimes you have to fire people in order to keep your business alive. So you can't feel sorry for these people. Right? You have to cut it off. When you do things, you do not let your emotion affect you from doing things to get things done. Right? You can't do that. Your emotion will hinder you. Your emotion will stop you from progressing in life. Your emotion will mislead you. Right? Yeah, sure, firing people is a bad thing. But you have to do what you gotta do to keep the company afloat. Because if you don't let go of people, I know it's a bad time right now. I know people are being let off, being laid off. I feel sorry for that, but you have to do what you got to do, right, to be afloat, right? So I'm tired of all this stuff that's going on right now when people feel sorry. Okay, I feel sorry for you, but it's a cruel world in, and it's either you make it or you don't. Either you survive or you don't. This is why all these channels out there telling you to be prepared, to get yourself ready, because you don't want to be in a vulnerable positions. When you're in a vulnerable position, you give yourself a disadvantage. Now people are going to feel sorry for you, right? And all this stuff. I don't want to feel sorry for. Now, when people feel sorry for me, right, it's pulling me down. Don't feel sorry for me, man. Just just let me get out of my shell and give me recover and pick back up, right? So don't feel sorry for people. Either they make it or they don't. Don't let your feelings get in the way of other people's decisions, right? Somehow people will find a way back up, and you don't need to feel sorry. That's an emotion that you don't need to have when you feel sorry, when you feel sympathy for people, right? And it's an emotion that doesn't serve anything, right? The feeling sympathy is an emotion that doesn't accomplish anything. In my book, in my point of view, is an emotion that does no significant changes, right? You just feel sorry for people. That's it. But on that note, guys, you know what? Stop feeling sorry for people. Look after yourself, man. Look after yourself before you look at other people. But on that note, and on that note, guys, excuse me for mumbling, but on that note, guys, let me know if you agree. Should you feel sorry? Should you stop feeling sorry for people? When people don't even feel sorry for you, do people care for you? All right, let me know if you agree. Should you stop feeling sorry for people? On that note, guys, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, and peace and blessings.